All right, so why is it that these people right here are able to go from $0 to $10,000 a month while so many other people struggle to even make their first $100 online? This is a Farhoon from England. This is a Patrice from America. This is Milena from Canada. I got a whole stack of pages here from people all around the world. This is Tori, she's in Mexico right now. All these people went from $0 to $10,000 a month. And these are just my clients. There are millions of other people who aren't my clients who also went from $0 to $10,000 a month. And I think everybody who goes from $0 to $10,000 a month knows something that the people who struggle to make the money just don't know. I think it really comes down to awareness. And so I'll put this here for right now, but we're gonna have to move it because we're gonna get to the board in just a sec. But your goal with growing as a human being, your spiritual path as a human being, consists of you increasing your level of awareness. I really don't believe somebody who suffers from headaches all the time suffers from headaches because they want to suffer from headaches. They suffer from headaches because they're not aware of how to end the suffering of headaches. People who are making $50,000 a month don't make $50,000 a month because they want to make $50,000 a month. It's because they're not aware of how to do $100,000 a month. I meant to say year, but a month as well also applies. So it's really all about increasing your awareness. And how do you increase awareness? You study. You study like you're doing right now. So the video you're watching right now is going to help you increase your awareness to help you become just like all these people in this stack of pages right here. It went from $0 to $10,000 a month. So if that's your goal and you want to do it as an online coach, this video is really, really going to help you. I'm going to share with you 3 concepts that these people know, these people are very deeply aware of that you may not be right now to help you get to 10K a month. So let's get to it. The first concept is what I call the math. Now, there are 8 billion people on the planet, give or take. There might be 10 billion, there might be 7 billion, who knows? Doesn't matter. Even if there was just a billion people, this math would still work out. The math is you take all these people, and then you pick just one of them per week to enter your program. You let one person into your program per week and you charge them $2,500. Now, if you were to get 4 people a month into your program and you're charging each of them $2,500 a month, that's $10,000 a month. Even if you just do half that, you're still doing $5,000 a month. That's still not bad, but ideally the goal, 10K a month, right? So now you're probably thinking, well, wait, how do I justify charging someone $2,500 a month? I can't even afford $10,000 a month. That's called projecting. You're projecting by saying, well, if I can't afford it, then they can't afford it. Truth is, when you get on a plane, anytime you get on a plane and you walk on the plane, the first thing you see is what? The first class, the business class, right? Those seats are always full. I've never walked past them and they're empty. They're always freaking full. There's always somebody willing to pay top dollar. If you charge a premium price, you can then offer a premium service. People like myself and every other rich person on the planet wants premium service. I don't want cheap stuff. I want the best. I just paid $8,000 a couple days ago to go to Idaho for one day to get some one-on-one coaching. $8,000 for a day. It was like 5 hours of coaching. I want premium. I want the best. So you charge $2,500 for a premium service. Now you're thinking, well, what kind of premium service? Well, there are only 4 types of premium services that justify a $2,500 price point when it comes to online coaching, online services. And these 4 categories are helping people with their love, like their relationship, either helping them get into a relationship or helping them solve a relationship issue. Think dating, think marriage, that sort of thing. Intimate, loving relationships, not self-love, unfortunately, because that's the most important. But yeah, that doesn't sell very well. And not even relationships with children, like your own child, your son, your daughter. Those don't sell well. It has to be a relationship with a spouse or a girlfriend, boyfriend, that sort of thing. So love, if you can help somebody get into a relationship or save a relationship, you can charge $2,500. I think right now you would even pay $2,500 to save your marriage, or to, if you're lonely, you'd probably want to pay $2,500 to find a soulmate, right? Right. Next is money. That's pretty obvious. You'd probably pay $2,500 right now to learn how to make $5,000 a month. Or you'd probably pay me $2,500 right now if you could come over to my house and then by the end of the day, you are fully set up and you're ready to make $5K a month. Like, it's just pay $2,500 and get $5,000 in return every month. Seems pretty obvious. So if you can help somebody make more money or save more money, that's worth $2,500. Now, already you're probably thinking, well, I don't know anything about love, and I don't know anything about money, and I don't know anything about the other 2 as well. Don't worry, we're gonna get to that in just a sec. Let's carry through this logic one at a time. Next is fitness. If you can help somebody lose weight, like lose fat and or put on some muscle, you can charge $2,500 a month. if I was super overweight or I was super duper skinny, I would pay $2,500 to look amazing. That's a no-brainer. Last one is getting out of chronic physical pain. If I had chronic physical neck pain, if you had chronic physical neck pain, chronic back pain, chronic knee pain, and you want to get out of pain, you'd probably pay $2,500 to get out of the pain, right? Right. So these are all how you justify charging $2,500. Now you're probably thinking, Ted, I don't know anything about these 4 categories. I'm alone, I'm broke, I'm fat, and I'm in chronic physical pain myself. Well, it's all good because you can do a couple things. Number one, you could team up with somebody. You can team up with somebody who does know a lot about love. There are so many relationship experts out there who know nothing about business, who know nothing about charging $2,500, who know nothing about these next couple of concepts I'm going to share with you. So you team up with somebody who already knows a lot. You team up with an expert. Experts are always looking to team up with somebody who knows more than they do about business, so that way they can just focus on their expertise, their area of expertise, and someone else takes care of the business. This happens all the freaking time. You look at all the top authors out there, they know nothing about business, and yet they're running conferences, and they're hosting retreats, and they're doing these promotional campaigns, they're going on tour. Like, these are authors. They like sitting down and write. But they have a business partner, they have an expert on their team who helps them take care of the business. So team up with someone who knows about these things, and you take care of all the social media marketing, the sales, all that stuff for them. So that's the first idea there. The second thing you can do is something called offer masking. Now, offer masking is very clever and it works very, very well. So let's say you are really into breath work and you're really into meditation. Well, clearly that doesn't fit on here at first glance, right? Right. But what you can do is you can say, and you can even do this if you are single yourself. I've personally hired a relationship coach back in the day, and they were single. They weren't in a relationship, and yet they still helped me with my relationship. I've also, you've probably heard the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill was broke for most of his life, and he died broke. And yet he wrote the book on how to think and grow rich, and it's helped millions of people go on to make millions of dollars. It is such a myth, it is such a lie, it's such a limiting belief to think that you need to have the thing to teach the thing. That's something that a lot of coaches might tell you on video so that you work with them because they have the results. They're like, why would you hire a fat personal trainer when you can hire me? I already have the biceps. Like, it kind of makes sense when you see it. But if you really think about it, it doesn't make sense. Because the other summer, I learned how to do a backflip into the water. I can do really nice backflips now into the water. And my friend who taught me can't backflip. He's scared to do a backflip. He's never even attempted it in his life. He's way too nervous. And then he taught me how to backflip because he saw me doing a back dive and he's like, hey, I noticed you do the back dive. If you tuck your knees a bit, you could probably flip a lot faster. So I did what he said and boom, I can do backflips now. Michael Phelps' swim coach. Michael Phelps' swim coach is kind of overweight. There's no way I could swim faster than Michael Phelps' swim coach. Put me in the water with Michael Phelps' swim coach, I swim faster than him. And yet he went on to coach Michael to get more gold medals than any Olympian in history. So it is complete BS that you need to have the thing to teach the thing. But what you want to do, let's go back to the breathwork and yoga, breathwork and meditation example. You can teach people how to manifest using the law of attraction combined with breathwork and meditation to attract their soulmate, to attract wealth, to attract the ideal body, to attract getting out of chronic physical pain. Take a look at all the spiritual teachers. They don't necessarily have the most money. They don't necessarily have the best body. They don't necessarily have the best relationship with their spouse, but they all teach it. They all teach it. Go read the book, The Secret. Go read anything by Neville Goddard. Go read anything by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Like, Jerry Hicks died at a pretty young age of I think it was, I don't know how he died. It might have been cancer or something, but he died at a very young age. Quite unfortunate because he was such a good self-development teacher. Same with Wayne Dyer. Died at a pretty young age due to health issues. There are a lot of spiritual teachers. Deepak Chopra had a business partner who also died at a very young age after teaching like a health seminar. So it's like you can still teach the thing and not have the results other people are looking for. It happens all the freaking time. Don't be afraid of doing that. You can still help somebody lose weight even if you're overweight. There's tons of overweight personal trainers. I'm not going to drill into that point any longer, but it is completely true. Even if you are in chronic physical pain yourself, you can help somebody get out of chronic physical pain. Goes for all these things. So you can do offer masking where you teach yoga, meditation, breathwork. That's like your main thing. but the reason you're teaching it is to help them hit one of these things. Another example, for example, is let's say you're really into painting. You're really into painting. Well, how does painting fit into any of these things? Well, you can make it, you can mask it, and you can make it fit. So you can talk about how painting can actually, it's an act of self-love. And when you paint and you love yourself more, that self-love exudes out into the outer world and it helps you with all of your relationships. Or that self-love then trickles down into your finances and actually helps you make more money. Or what Sam, one of our clients, is doing, someone on one of the pages right here, old Sammy boy, where are you, Sam? Sam teaches painting and he makes about 10, 12, 15 grand a month doing it. And now he's starting to teach people how to sell their paintings, how to get your painting so good that you can sell it. That's another angle too. We have a couple clients actually who teach painting. Faye's another one. And her slogan, her line is, we'll help you get your drawing, your graphic artistry to such a high level that you could sell it if you wanted to. She doesn't necessarily always help people sell it, but she helps them paint so well that they could sell it. So that's how they tied into the Big Four, and that's how they're able to make $2,500 per sale. So in case you're wondering, how are people selling stuff for $2,500? It's because they're always tying it back to these Big Four things. Now, the top two I recommend for most beginners is the money one and the fitness one. And I recommended those two for most people because they seem to be the easiest and they seem to be the most popular. But you could do the love route. We have a couple dating coaches. You could definitely do the love route. And you could do the chronic physical pain route as well. There's lots of people online crushing it in the get out of pain niche as well. Just check out Knee Over Toes guy online. Super helpful, super awesome guy. So they all four of them crush, but most of our clients, most of those people on the stack of paper right there, most of the pictures we have right there are from people in the fitness niche and the make money niche. So next concept, this is what I call the constraint. Now, along the way from going to 0 to 10K a month, you're gonna have roadblocks along the way. There's gonna be constant things that are going to be causing you to plateau at the line you're at now, at the level you're at now. And the only way to get to the next level is to overcome that constraint, is to overcome that bottleneck, is to overcome that obstacle. How do you do that? Well, we're going to get to how you do it in a sec, but what are some of the constraints? Some of the constraints along the way, there's, I'd say, at least 50 different constraint points, potentially more, but 50 that I'm like very clearly aware of and I have written down. But here are just some of them. Most people get stuck on picking the niche. Most people get stuck on crafting a really good offer, like an irresistible offer that people feel very gross saying no to and feel amazing saying yes to. If you can create an irresistible offer like that you can sell 365 days of the year, not these like launch cycles, like every summer we're doing this cleanse. No, it's like every day this is available, every day this is for sale. Creating an irresistible evergreen offer, always available. That's very important. Most people get stuck there. The content, most people can't set up a camera like this, set up a microphone and just talk, but creating the content is absolutely key and a big constraint point for most people. Then getting leads. Most people have no idea how to actually get leads. How do you collect emails? How do you grow your school community? How do you fill your calendar full of calls? Like most people don't know how to get leads. They don't know how to start conversations with people. If they do know how to start conversations with people, they get ghosted and the conversations don't go anywhere. And then the actual conversions, how do you actually convert those conversations into paying clients? Most people get stuck there. The delivery. A lot of people, if they sell $2,500 packages and they're selling one per week, then at the end of 8 months, they have, what's 8 times 4? A lot of clients, like 30 plus clients, and they're like getting stressed out over the delivery. I got to do the math, man. What is 8 times 4? 7 times 4 is 28. It's like 36 or something, give or take. Alexa, what's 8 times 4?
8 times 4 is 32.
32, I was close enough, ish. And then a lot of people also, another constraint point is their space, like where they live is not conducive to success. Where they live is not conducive to them making progress. You can see I'm in a garage right now. It's quiet, it's peaceful, I'm alone, I'm not being distracted. My space is helping me overcome one of the constraints of not putting out content. So a lot of people, their space sucks. They don't have a place to work. They don't have a quiet space to focus. Their automations, they don't have email automation set up. They don't have any automation set up. So they're doing everything manually. ads, they don't know how to run ads, they don't have a good funnel, they don't have good lead magnets to give away for free, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on. There's, again, as I said, 50 constraint points I could write out, but there's probably many more than that. So how do you actually overcome the constraint point to get to the next level? Well, it requires focus. Now, you can't focus like this. You can't focus all over the place. If you look at all your constraints and you try and tackle them all at once, you're going to be completely scattered. The focus has to look like this. It has to be one thing at a time. When I was working very closely with Sam Ovens, which was last month, that's actually his painting right over there. When I'm sitting down next to Sam, if you look at how Sam works, if you have a video camera on Sam Ovens, who's Sam Ovens? He's the CEO of Skool, Skool. If you study how he works, he actually works very slowly. He works very slowly. He's not pinging around like ding, 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 like this. He works very slowly, one thing at a time. He'll sit and stare at the screen. He'll sit and stare at like one word. He'll have a whiteboard like this with only 4 things written on it, and he'll just keep going over these 4 things over and over. And there's like literally 4 words on it. He focuses like this, one thing at a time. At max, you'll have one main thing and then like 3 other things that are going to come next. But very slowly, he's working on one thing at a time. It's quality over a bunch of quantity. It's a great quote I recommend drilling into your head. It's smooth is slow. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That's it. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Okay? So focusing on one thing at a time. Just pick one, get it good, and then move on. And you're going to tackle each constraint point in a different way, perhaps. You might tackle one constraint point by reading a book. You might tackle another one by hopping on a call with a friend. You might tackle another one by just brainstorming, by putting pen to paper and just sitting down and writing out all your thoughts. You might tackle another one by hiring a coach for a one-on-one session. You might tackle another one by hopping on a group call session, like a group Zoom call, like with the coach and like 20 people in the Zoom audience. And you just raise your hand and ask a question. You might tackle one by watching a YouTube video. You know, you might tackle one by spending a weekend away at a log cabin with some friends and just working on it together. Like you got to tackle them all differently. You might have to like fly somebody out from Australia or something to come help you out, or vice versa. You got to fly to Australia to go solve the constraint point. But you got to do whatever it takes to solve the constraint point. Don't just think it's going to be as simple as just like going like check all the boxes and you're done. Some pieces might be like that, like setting up your funnel, right? It's like, got the headline, got the picture, got the opt-in form, got the automation set up, check, done, cool. But some other ones, man, you gotta, like I said, I flew to Idaho, in the mountains of Idaho. I spent a day there, spent $8,000 just to work one-on-one with somebody just to help me get clear on some emails, just for email marketing. Like, pick the expert, flew over there, boom, done. So tackle them all differently, and no 2 ways necessarily work the same way for other people as well. So what worked for me might not work for you. You got to find out what works best for you. The thing though about this focus diagram, this focus concept, is if you can just get 1% better every single day, a 1% improvement every day will lead to a 35% improvement over the course of 30 days. 35% better. Let's say you were going to compete against somebody, but they were 35% better than you. Would you want to compete against them? I mean, you could do it, but you'd probably get humiliated pretty quickly. You'd probably get frustrated pretty quickly because they're like 35% better than you. But after the course of 90 days, and most people don't realize, these 1% improvements compound. You start improving upon your improvements. And so after 90 days, you're now 170% better. I don't know about you, but I would not want to compete against somebody who's 170% better than me at something. That's just not fun. You want to race somebody 170% faster than you? You want to try to fight somebody who's 170% better at you at fighting? Do you want to like try to outperform somebody who's 170% better at you at performing that thing? It's just not fun. But you can be that person with the unfair advantage just by improving by 1% every freaking day. After 1 year of improving by 1%, this is where the math gets crazy. After 1 year, you are now 3,678% better. 3,678% better after just 1 year of trying to get 1% better every single day. But you've got to focus like this. This is what separates billionaires from millionaires. This is what separates millionaires from people who never make their first $100 online. If you can't make your first $100 online, you can't even get a single client. Like, you either genuinely don't want it, You genuinely don't want it. You have an incredibly low IQ. Like you maybe should be on medications or something, or like you need like genuine like help. Or you're on drugs all the time. You're not actually sober. Or you're not freaking focused. Most likely, you're not actually focused. I could probably take a drug addict, I get them off drugs, even if they have super low IQ, even if they don't want it, I could get them to just focus on making these 1% improvements every day, and they could crush. Like, it just comes down to freaking focus, man. So, these are the concepts that everybody here understands, and everybody in the stack of pages right here, they all have something. This is Harrison right here. He helps soccer players land college degrees in America, helps them come over from Europe. That's part of the make money offer. He helps them save money. So everyone here understands the math. They understand that they got to pick a big four. All these people understand that there's constraint points along the way. Harrison had so many freaking constraint points. He kept coming on the Zoom calls. How do I solve this? How do I solve this? How do I solve this? Like, even within the content, there's different constraint points. There's a constraint point of like, how do I come up with the idea for the video? How do I actually title the video? How do I thumbnail the video? How do I film the video? How do I speak in the video? How do I have proper lighting in the video? All these different constraint points. Kept coming to me, kept asking me all these question after question after question after question after question, and then boom, 10K, boom. Sheila Madavi, when she first came to me, she had no idea where to focus. Her focus was like this. And after one phone call, boom, lock in, focus like that. Like Karen's in her 60s. Karen's in her 60s, and she's able to pull this off. She didn't grow up with tech. She started this business when she was like in her like mid 50s, and now she's crushing 10K a month. Like, it's just it's understanding the math, overcoming one thing at a time, and then staying freaking focused. Everyone here understands this, including Brett. Juice Feaster helps people get healthy on juice, helps them with their fitness, helps them lose weight and look incredible and feel incredible with juicing. So if they can do it, you can do it. This is how. If you found this helpful, sweet, I'll see you in the next video. And if you want more help, click the link below. You can join a free school community where you can ask me anything. I'll write back. And maybe even shoot you a video like this to help you answer any questions you got. All right? Peace out, much love. Adios. Peace. Bye.